Hello guys, Mike Martin here. This is the 5th video in the hybrid lead generation business model, especially for rank and rent. Now we're starting to get into it a little bit today because this is where it starts to get exciting. This is where you're going to start being able to use what's in the videos to generate some results. Now I'm not going to go into things in complete depth in these videos. I am going to go into it from a bird's eye view, but it's going to give you a full view of everything. So it's going to give you the fundamentals that you're going to need to push forward, okay? Excuse me. Okay. Don't know why I did that. So today we're on video number 5, as you can see from the top right hand corner. So we've done choose a niche, which is already on the channel. You've got choose your location, website framework, building your website, and today we're hitting on page SEO. Over the next few days you will see the off-page SEO video which is going to be released, and then the Google My Business, which is very, very interesting for a lot of people, and I wouldn't miss it because Google My Business is one of the key areas of rank and rent and generates a heck of a lot of leads for very little work. Then we're going to look at why Lead Simplify, why you need Lead Simplify for the hybrid lead generation business model. We're going to start looking at starting to rent out the websites once they rank. Then we're going to go into the hybrid setup. Then we're looking at spreading like a wave. So how you're going to spread your business, how you're going to grow your business. Outsourcing you, which is getting rid of yourself so you don't need to work in your business anymore, and then sell or retire. So that's the whole course, guys, and once you finish it, you're going to be able to rinse and repeat this for almost any industry you want. But today, we're going to be looking at the fundamentals of on-page SEO, okay? SEO is something where people try to make it look super complicated. On-page SEO is something where people try and release course after course after course after course, and they make it see, and they go into these minute details, and it's a load of, I'm not even going to swear, it's just not necessary, okay? You don't have to overthink it when it comes to on-page SEO. There's certain things that work, that have always worked, and that will continue to work going forward. And if you concentrate on those type of things, then you're gonna do well, okay? Simple explanation is one of the biggest things nowadays is internal linking structure. Internal linking is huge now, and people are starting to realize that, especially after the recent updates. So, search intent. Let's start right at the beginning. Search intent is, now a lot of people don't understand what search intent is, right? So let me go over to my browser, and let's say I was trying to rank for a, lost in space, no, let's think of something, best hairdryer. As you can see, I do not plan these, I just write out the things and go through it. Right, what search intent is, what you want to be doing is, it's the type. Okay, so what you want to be doing is looking at the pages that are ranking already. As you can see, that's a blog page, okay? That's a blog page for best hairdryer, okay? We'll come down here a little bit here. Expert reviews, that's a blog page, okay? So if you're going to be writing a something, if you're going to be going after the best hairdryer industry, are you really going to be looking to create a proper website similar to what we're doing, or are you going to be looking to create a blog? So search intent is very, very important. Now let me do locksmith Manchester, because I use my locksmith industry for everything, as you know. Okay, but let's go down and let's grab the #1 person in Manchester. Let me click on that, and it's a website. Okay, it's a proper website. It's a static page. Nothing's going to change. And look how much content they've got. Keep telling you guys, long content, long content works. Okay, now let's check the second page and see what their content looks like and see what they've got. Okay, so it's a good idea. There you go, another website. Look at that. Long content. It works, guys. People are telling you, oh, you don't need long content. You don't need this. You don't need. Long content works. Get everything in there. Get it all in there. I'll talk to you about writing content a little bit later in the course. But at the minute, search intent is the first place you should start. So if you're going to be going after a specific industry, right, the first thing you want to do is just go and see what type of websites are ranking. Now, there's no point in you going building a load of static websites to rank for best hairdryer. Simple reason why is because they're not ranking. It's blog pages that are ranking. Why is it blog pages? I don't know. Google knows the answer to that. Okay, I won't pretend to know everything, but if you start with search intent and you go and look at what types of websites are ranking for what you're going after first, before you do anything else, check out what ranks for what you're going after. Then you know where to fit. Okay, it's probably a little bit outside of this course because rank and rent is going to be a lot of businesses and it's going to be a lot of static websites, but this is something that a lot of people don't understand. So I thought it's a good idea to just let people know what search intent is, how it works, why you need to listen. Okay, content, topical relevance. Okay, this is one of the key things when it comes to writing your content. Topical relevance, and I'm not saying that specifically you should just write about the one key thing that you're doing. You should keep it on topic. Okay, so there's things like auto suggest to cross check your results with the main keywords. People don't know what auto suggest is. Let's go into Google and put locksmith. See these? Auto suggests. Yeah. If I put Manchester in, Manchester Yell, YouTube, review, city centre, LTD. Okay, so auto suggest. Google gives you a lot of what you need. There's also ones down the bottom here. See these? They're probably in a different tab, but we will see. I forgot. Questions and answers. Okay, you've got your questions and answers section inside of Google, which is really, really helpful. So, how much is a locksmith? See this? People also ask. See this little box? This is full of amazing stuff. And watch what happens. Watch what happens. You watching? See I click the third arrow down? It grows and grows and grows. And look what's happening now. You're getting to the point now where you've got absolutely tons. But you don't just click down them all. Like you find the ones that are excuse me, relevant to you. How do you pick a lock with a drill? You can't pick a lock with a drill, you have to wreck it. Right, but if that's something you're interested in, you click that, and what you're going to find is it's going to grow down the bottom. It's going to add more. Look how many we've got now already, just through a few clicks. Okay, so this gives you super, super relevant stuff. Really, really relevant stuff to be putting on your website, to be writing on your website. This is what people search. People also ask. So the questions and answers section on a page, if you use it correctly and you're clicking on it to make it grow with the right questions, don't just click anything like I am. How do you rekey a door lock? Hit that, boom, it's going to grow. See 3 more? Can you rekey a lock without a key? How do you master key lock? How do you pick a deadbolt? What's happening? Google's creating the content for you. It's growing it for you. It's giving you exactly what you need to be putting in. Okay, so it's a really, really, really good trick to use that little section there. Okay, I use a questions and answers tool from a guy called Lloyd Farrell. I think it's brilliant, but I'm trying to show you how to do this without tools, without going after tools. Okay, so questions and answers section is really, really good for when writing your content. I'm going to go into writing content a bit more later in the video. Bottom of the page keywords. Okay, I think that's these I was already showed you. I jumped ahead on the presentation, but these are bottom of the page keywords, so stuff that you're already writing. There's also a bunch of keywords down the bottom here. My favorite thing is this. The questions and answers section is great because that's user input. Okay, and the same with this. This is really, really good because how much is a locksmith? How much made the name worth? How much is a locksmith? How much is a locksmith account? You see, because I've written locksmith before, it's bringing it up. How much is Amazon Prime? First class stamp. You can find what people are searching for here because it automatically comes up. Okay, it automatically populates itself. So it's really, really good to use. Keywords in the URL. Okay, so basically what we would suggest, or what I would suggest doing, is having keywords inside of your URLs. So when I say putting your keywords inside your URLs, if you've got an exact match keyword, okay, so let's go and do a search. Let's do a search. Locksmith London, okay, and you come down and you look, and what you're going to see is, look, London locks, yeah, London locksmith. Swift locksmiths, right? But they've got it in the keywords, right? City locksmith, the London locksmith, London locksmith.london, right? Low costing locksmiths. So they've all got their keywords in their URLs. Look at their / on this one. So they might have low costing locksmith.co.uk / locksmith London. That one's got London in there twice, and that one's just got London in. There's not many in the top 10. Swift Locksmiths is actually a national company. Okay, London Locksmith 24, but what I'm showing you is they've got the keywords in the URLs. The top ranking websites have the keywords. Now, what I would avoid doing is keyword stuffing. So if you've got London Locksmiths, like this one here, okay, low costing locksmiths.co.uk / look what they've done, locksmith London. So they've got the keyword locksmith, they've got the keyword locksmiths, and they've got the keyword London. Okay, great for SEO, absolutely great, because that's actually a different word. Locksmiths and locksmith is a different word. It gets different search volume. There's different amount of people searching it online. So using that in your URLs is really, really good. Now, I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but if you're going after branding, so if you've got if your main keyword is locksmith London, and you're Brian the Locksmith or Brian the Lockmaster, do your meta titles like that. Locksmith London, Brian the Lockmaster. Okay, you don't have Brian the Lockmaster, Locksmith London, because the first word gets the weight. So you probably rank for Brian the Lockmaster, but you probably struggle to rank for Locksmith London. So that's just a tiny little tip there. Okay, keywords in the URLs. So what you want to do is use your URLs for the keywords. So if you're doing on a WordPress website, it'll sometimes show a load of stupid numbers. Go into the website itself and set up your permalinks for the page name, and then you use locations and keywords inside your URLs. It helps. Okay, target keywords in title, description, and H1 tags. So what I'm saying here, okay, so let's go and have a look at this one, London Locks. Yeah, they've got keyword in here. Okay, see it's in the title. In fact, what we're best off doing is doing it with. So let's click on SEO Quick Toolbar. Told you to install that in the previous video, so you should already have that on your thing. So you click on the SEO Quick Toolbar, forget about the schema, sorry. Right, so what you want to do is look at the title. He's got London, he's got the word locksmiths, and he's got the word locksmith, and he's got the word London again. It probably doesn't need London twice, but he's got the word locksmith, locksmiths, and London in there, okay? Also, if you look at that, London Locks, looking for the best locksmith in London, okay? Now his H tags, see, emergency locksmith London. Look at his H1 there. He's got one H1 on the page. And inside the H1, it's got the keyword locksmith and the keyword London. See that? What that means is he's doing what he should be doing. That's why he's ranking. That's one of the key factors to why he's ranking. He's got his main keyword. You don't need in, near, about, close to, and all them crazy words, okay? Google gets that shit. It's getting clever now. But what you do need is your main keyword. So the keyword we searched was locksmith London, and the main keyword in there is locksmith and London. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Locksmith and London. Down here, locksmith and London. They're in all of them, okay? Now, the reason we're doing it inside the meta descriptions, and a lot of people say, well, it doesn't matter for SEO. It does matter for click-through rate. Okay, it matters for click-through rate. If people have got exactly what you've searched a couple of times and it highlights it on Google when you do the search, then you more than likely, it does this sometimes, not all the time. So let me have a look, see if it's working. You see how it's highlighted? See how it's bolded? Bolded? See how it's bolded? The keywords, bold, bold, bold. That helps it stand out, and with less relevant ones like this, that's still got the locksmiths one there standing out, but you see it bolds it? It helps it stand out to people looking at it, people reading it. See, this one's got none, so nothing on there stands out. These stand out, Locksmith London stands out to you, just a tiny bit, but it's that kind of, I think they call it a subliminal message, I think, but it basically shows, it gives, so using them in the right places is a good idea. Okay guys, for you on Page SEO. Long tail keywords in your content once or twice. Right, what a lot of people do is they make the big mistake of creating pages for long tail keywords. Now, if you're going after something that's super high value and super low search, then knock yourself out, it's totally up to you. But what I've found is that there's not much money in it. There's not a lot of money to be made going after long tail keywords with specific pages. Right, I did an equation on previous video, and if you have a look and you understand that, if you're going after 10 long tail keywords with 10 long tail pages, and somebody else has got plumber London, and then he has all the long tail keywords inside, he's going to get 10 times the traffic of any of your pages, which means he's going to be more relevant. He's going to have more content on his page, which means people are going to stay on longer, which means his bounce rate's better than yours, which means he's going to get even more relevance, okay? And he's also got a page there that covers every single angle and every single area and everything, as I've just shown you with the long content. So long tail keywords, stick them in the page once or twice. If it's a big money long tail keyword, and you think, you know what, if we get this one, stick it in one of your H tags, stick it in your H2 or something like that. But don't go OTT on long tail keywords. Google picks these up anyway. If you're going after the main keyword, you're covering all the areas, you're covering all the angles, then it will help. Stick it in there once or twice. It's not needed more than that. Okay. Now, what they say, I think it was Ahrefs that published something that said, what you find is if people say, oh, should I go after a keyword that's only got 200 searches a month, like locksmith Oldham or something like that, it's probably got 200 or 300 searches a month. Should I go after it? Well, you know, if you get to the top of the page for that, because you've got to the top of the page for locksmith Oldham, the chances are you're probably going to rank for another 7, 8 or 900 different keywords that you don't even know you're ranking for. Okay, that's how much search there is out there for shit that you just don't realize you're looking for. So Stay on top, get topical relevance, go after all the areas, and don't talk crap, but pad out your content with relevant stuff, with things about the industry. Go and look at what people are searching and then write articles based on what people are searching. So as we did earlier, okay, I'm not sure if I've still got that open, I have, okay. How much does it cost to call out for a locksmith? Question mark. Answer it. It's a questions and answers thing, yeah? Is a locksmith expensive? A lot of people may think that a locksmith is expensive, but you'd be surprised when a locksmith comes out to your door and it only costs you X amount per hour, and you don't even need a new lock because somebody can break in because they're experts and they can pick locks. You've just covered a load of keywords in there just by reading that one little thing there, right? Is it cheaper to rekey or replace a lock? In a lot of situations, and this is something that you'd write, is it such and such as, is it cheaper to rekey a lock, or thinking, a lot of people think it would be cheaper to rekey a lock. However, because of the time spent, and it's £65 an hour for a locksmith, it's actually much cheaper to just buy a new lock, which costs you £45, and it's also going to be more secure because the lock's not being taken apart, so it's not as loose, so it's not as easy to pick, and blah 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 blah. You know the industry, like we was talking about earlier, to research the industry, get to know the keywords, get to know what you're doing, but stuff like that, you can go down here now, right? This is all you need to do to write your content. People, how much is a locksmith, for example, and then I can go down here and I can pick out these, and I can write a full website, perfect content with this here. Can you drill out a lock? Okay. So I would probably spin that on its head and say, such and such ask, can he drill out a lock? We explain that it's very simple and very easy to drill out a lock. However, if it's done incorrect, the lock would probably lock up. You might have pins that will drop into place and make it almost impossible, in which situation you might end up damaging the door, which could cost you thousands. And this is the reason we recommend you getting a locksmith out to drill a lock on your front door. Hence, there will be no damage, and if there is, it's covered under their insurance type of thing. All the keywords that are in there, everything that you could be chasing for, it's here. Okay, this questions and answers section here is absolutely awesome for writing content. Brilliant for writing content, especially if you're going to be writing it manually. And in a lot of cases, when we're doing these rank and rent sites, you'll rank better if you write it manually, rather than going off and just letting someone else write it for you. Anyway, next section. Let's push on. Internal linking. This is my favorite. I love this. I built Magic Page plugin, and the key thing we used when building Magic Page plugin was the internal linking structure. We utilized it because we knew how powerful it was. Okay, I've been doing this for years and years and years and years. I've been ranking big websites, not just little tiny ones, 2, 3, 4, 500 page websites, but in some cases I was doing like 5, 10, 15, 20,000 page websites, and we was ranking them everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And one of our key things that we did, that nobody else was doing at the time as well, a lot of people copied how we did it and started adding these internal linking things when we started to release MPP. But to be totally honest with you, there was very few people that realized the power of internal linking. Okay, keyword linking. Let me give you an example of this. I know a guy who builds really good websites and rents them out. He's a rank and rent guy. Auto Locksmith London. His name is Naz. In fact, I'll show his thing on here as well, because if you don't want to build your own sites, this guy's pretty good. Right, so you see this top site here. If you go and do some research on it, you'll find out there's not a huge amount of keywords pointing to it. In fact, we'll do it. Watch how quick and easy you can do it. Ahrefs, it's probably going to come up. Ahref backlink checker, there we go. ahrefs.com/backlink checker. It's free there, so you can do this. Pop it in here, and he's not going to have many. He's not going to have many backlinks at all. Okay, he's got 140. That's quite a few actually for the industry. But he doesn't target completely backlinks. He's got a lot of these RU log crap on it now. He never used to do a lot of this. What a lot of it was relevant. Locksmith on Demand was something he built. B2blistings.org, Auto Locksmith. But what his main ranking focus, right? I mean, look at that, right? Domain rating is only 4.4, and he's ranking the top of London, Auto Locksmith London, for a site that he'll rent out for £200 a month. Okay, now where he gets a lot of the reason he ranks for these keywords, okay, I'll show you now, right? One of the main reasons he ranks, if you go through his content and that and have a proper look at it, that's actually one of the same guy's websites. That's a different website he's built. Okay, he does a lot of rank and rent business. There he is again, he's number 4. Right, and what he does, and the way he does it, is he uses internal linking, keyword linking. Watch this. Go into his replacement car keys. So these 4 top here are probably the money terms: replacement keys, broken keys, lost keys, transponder keys. or transponder programming, should I say. So in the auto locksmith industry, they will be your 4 money terms. That's the reason he's going after them. Obviously, you've got auto locksmith, car locksmith, and everything else. He hits that with the home page. Right, then what he does is inside his pages, if you go through and have a look, auto locksmith London. Click on that, that'll link back to the home page. And as you can see, it does, yeah? And he'll do 1 or 2 of these on every single page. So watch, let's go back through. Look, he's got auto locksmith London. And I wouldn't go as keyword heavy as he has done here, because he's literally put auto locksmith London, car locksmith by the look of it. Auto locksmith London, there you go. Car locksmiths in London. No, he's breaking it up a little bit, and he's keeping the keyword London every single time. Okay, now this is a 4.4 on the thing, and it's ranking number 1. And a lot of the backlinks we did see were crap. Car locksmiths in London. Links back to the home page. Auto locksmith London. So as you can see, what he's doing is he's linking back from every single one of his pages. It's not difficult, guys. You go in here and you can add a couple of links to every page. Even if you've got a 50-page website, has 100 links to do internally. If you're doing 2 on every page, look at auto locksmith London, car locksmith London. This stuff works. This stuff really, really works. Okay, so this is why I recommend doing it. So internal linking, page to page, internally throughout your website really, really helps. It passes the relevance of that page over to the page that you're linking to, and hence what he's doing is he's passing it all to his home page, because he wants his home page to rank for auto locksmith London, because that's the big money keyword. Okay, replacement keys, broken keys, lost keys, they're also money keywords in this industry, and that's why he puts them on the top. Sticks them on the top, look down the bottom. See all these little crappy keywords for the smaller areas that he doesn't want as much? He doesn't want these as much, so they're down the bottom. Your important keywords go to the top. I think I'm jumping ahead on the presentation as well, guys, which is what I usually do. Silo linking. Okay, so silo linking is where you link. Let me see, just 1 second. Let me put my little thingy pad on and see if I can. Right. 1 sec, guys. I'm just opening something where I can gallery new project. Okay, sorry about that. Let me just open this up. What are we on? 160. 168.1.12. Boom. Right, okay. You should be able to see my my screen now. So silo linking, right, what a lot of people don't realize with your site's linking structure is there's a way to do it. Okay, so siloed linking structure looks something like this. Oh, wrong one, that one. So it looks something like this. So there's one of your pages. There's maybe 4 of your money pages. Okay, and then here's your relevancy pages that sit underneath each of your pages. I don't know how many I'm drawing, but I'm just gonna. So what will happen is you will have these pages. So this is your this is your money. This is your main page, okay? But what's gonna happen is you build all these pages that I've just shown you, that last guy, and these are all gonna link into this. Okay, they're all going to link into your money page. They're all going to bring in, but then you're going to have smaller under-niche pages, right? Which are not. So, for example, if you're doing auto locksmithing industry, this one over here might be BMW car keys, okay? Or BMW car. This could be key repair, okay? And then what you're going to have is BMW car key repair, Mercedes car key repair, Volkswagen car key repair, such and such car. So you've got pages on each one here. Now, they're never really going to rank, but what they are there designed to do is make this one rank and be relevant. And then what this one's going to do is pass that relevance onto this one and make this one rank. Understand? I hope you understand. You can't answer me. Same situation here. So if this was like a locked out of car, this could be a locked out of VW page. This one here points into here with a backlink. And this one could be locked out of a Mercedes. And this one could be locked out of Ford, or whatever it is you want. And then what we do is you build your pages, so you've got to think of your linking structure more like and these can interlink with each other, but I would keep it more to this structure to start with, just where you're getting used to what you're doing. And then what this does is, if you look at the shape, it's like a pyramid. And what you do is you build a pyramid. You silo your linking like a pyramid inside of your websites. And what happens is it really gives this top page a ton of power. Okay, that ends up super powerful, and these ones get all the relevance from these lower pages, and so on and so forth. And if you're going to fire in a load of backlinks to your websites, don't necessarily always link to these pages. Okay, you link your backlinks, which we're going to go through in the next video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But when you're creating linking to your website, you're better off to share your links. Okay, share your external links. Okay, but I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about how to do your internal linking structure. Okay, it doesn't look like it makes any sense at all when I'm looking at it on the screen, but I'll just talk you through it. And that top page, your money page, your main keyword page, is the top of your site page. 4 or 5 money terms underneath, similar to these. And then if you wanted to make this even more powerful, I wouldn't bother, right? If I was trying to beat this guy now, okay, I wouldn't bother going out and get loads of backlinks and do all sorts of crazy stuff. What I'd do is I'd see this, I'd see this, I'd see this, I'd see this. I'd say, all right, so this is his silo. So he's got Auto Locksmith London as his top page, okay? That's this one up here. He's got that as his top page. Then he's got his 4 underneath pages. These are his silos, so key, replacement key, broken key, lost keys, transponder programming. Now if I go through his site and have a look, here we go. Looks like he's done it. See what he's got? He's actually got car key pages, individual, replacement Audi keys. Right, but he's not using the power of the internal linking on it, or is he? Can I just not see it? The guy knows what he's doing, so he probably is. But what I'm saying to you is, so he's putting these pages. Is this his home page? Let's see where he's put them. Okay, so he's linking out to these from his home pages. What he'd be better off doing, he's not linking out to these from his home pages. What he'd be better off doing is creating this page. Okay, and then what he'd be better off doing is creating these pages underneath those pages. You understand? So that these pages sit underneath those pages. Look, he's got Audi, BMW, Chevrolet, Chrysler. So it'd be super easy for me to rip his site structure. I was showing you in the first thing. In the first video we did, rip off his site structure, create a site structure inside of Thingibuy, and just add in the pages. Just add a load of pages, and you can set up your silo linking structure with your internal linking, or alternatively with your menus. But I would recommend doing it with your internal linking structure, and then firing links from these individual pages up into the site. So if he wants to get a boost in rankings, he can get a boost in rankings by simply creating internal links from these to these. So this is replacement BMW keys. So where would we put it? Boom, lost keys. We point the replacement keys to the lost keys, and we point the lost keys to the home page. Hope that makes sense. Does it make sense? Maybe. I hope I'm not just confusing everybody. Similar situation. So we come down here. Lexus. Okay, lost Lexus car keys, replacement Lexus keys. So we're going to point into the lost keys. So it looks like he's done this for the lost keys. Why? I'm assuming, just from looking at the sites, that the lost keys is where the money is. Okay, the people that work for him want to, they probably don't want to, they probably want to replace keys or lost keys. So it's them two there that he's targeting that are kind of the same thing. Broken keys, people probably don't want to repair. So what they're probably going to do is, if they get a repair, is they're probably going to sell them a new key anyway, and say it works out cheaper, or at least you get a guarantee, you get 12 or 18 month guarantee with something like that. So what I'm saying is, the siloed structure for this website, let me go back over to the thingy page. So your structure for this is home page, then we've got the 4 replacement keys, then we've got lost keys, then we got broken keys, something like that it was, wasn't it? And then we got transponder programming. Okay, transponder programming. Now, I was an auto locksmith on the road, and I loved this one here. This was brilliant, because literally cars just lose the programming. You get a little transponder chip, you turn up, you put a plug a machine in, press a couple of buttons, and you've added a new transponder, and you can charge a couple of £100 for it. It's really, really good money. So he's done his research on this. He knows what he's doing, okay? And then what I would have done is all of his little, like that's going to be B. I'm not going to fit BMW in there, and that's going to be Volkswagen. That's going to be Audi, and that's going to be Mercedes, and then I would personally point these into my money sections to give it more relevance and to give the pyramid. Just remember the shape of a triangle, yeah? Build a triangle with your linking structure and you'll do well. Okay guys, what's the next bit? Let's have a look. Important at the top. I think we already covered that before, okay? So you put your important links at the top of your page and your crappy links down the bottom. I think I did show you on this guy's website here. There's your important links. And these are your not so important links, not as important as the top ones up here. So just the higher up the page the link is, the more important it's going to receive. Okay, so try not sticking your internal links that you're trying to do throughout your sites to rank up your top page, right down the bottom of the page, like 500, 600, 700 words down. Try and keep them near the top, the first 200 to 300 words, and they'll get more relevance. Okay, MPP, internal linking structure. I have to touch on this. I know I said I'm not going to show you his products, and you don't have to go after products, but I need to explain this to you for the I need to explain this to you because it's very, very relevant, and it's one of the key things to why that product is so successful. I don't know if I've got up there. It's actually dropped to page 2. Auto Locksmith London. See, warts and all, guys. I'm not going to delete that and make it look like I'm number 1. Right, okay, so this, as you can see there, that actually links out to Dorset.services, which is one of my sites. But right, so with something like this, Magic Page plugin has got the perfect internal linking structure, or one of the best. We're working on something at the minute which is going to make it even better with all your keywords. So what you do on every page in your website, this is the home page of the site, right? And what I do is I put in a city shortcode, and what it's going to do is this brings in the 10 closest cities to central London automatically without me doing anything. Now I click on Watford, for example, and then that takes me to the Car Locksmith Watford page. Now if we scroll down and look at the internal linkings on this, what you're going to see then is it pulls in the 10 closest locations to Watford. Okay, now if we go back to the home page, I've actually put these down the bottom here, not in this page. I've done it on the home page. 1 second, and what you'll see the way they actually linking in and out from one another. So car door lock replaced. You click onto that, and we go in. I've used a poor URL structure, but as you'll see, these also point out to the 10 closest locations to the home page, and that will thingy. So the way this works, the internal linking structure for this is no matter what page you're on. Look, lost car key, and if I click on lost car key and scroll down, and you'll see the keywords and stuff change. Car key replaced, Rayleigh, Chelmsford, the car key replaced, and then Crawley. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling in the car key replaced one here. If we skip to another one, you'll see it's slightly different. Gillingham car key repair, car key replaced, car key repair Dartford. And what I'm doing is I'm using the internal linking structure inside of MPP to enable me to pass the juice between the closest, most relevant pages. And because our central location is London, on the London page, the 10 closest are the most relevant because they're the closest to us. So if we're working or trying to make money, we don't want to be traveling 5, 10, 15, 20 miles when we can travel 1, 2 or 3 miles to the 10 closest. So they go on our home page. We'll link out to them from our home page. Now, MPP enables you to do this with a very, very simple shortcode called the city shortcode. Square brackets, CITIES, close square brackets, and that's it done. It does it for you. There's loads of other technical stuff you can do with it, but it's not part of the course. But what this does is, for local relevance, the internal linking structure from MPP is super, super relevant, and it boosts the sites. Okay, and I'm not saying that site I've just shown you of mine is perfect, because I haven't gone through and internally linked from these pages to my home page and all the other stuff, and I haven't internally linked from these pages down here to the home pages. I don't think. I may have. Okay, it doesn't look like I have. Wait there, content's hidden. No, I haven't. Okay, that's something I need to do. That will boost the rankings for this site massively. Okay, creating an internal linking structure, but I'm super lazy and I don't get down to doing it all. And I've got hundreds and hundreds of websites, so I'll make excuses for myself. Images. Okay, images is a really, really cool one, and a lot of people don't realize the sort of power that you can do with images and the sort of things you can do with images. Alt text. It's really, really important to have alt text on your images. Okay, and all it is going inside of the code and your alt text. Let me see if I can, sorry guys, let me see if I can find it. So all it is, when creating it, you have this bit of code inside the image. So a little bit of code which is going to say ALT equals speech marks, and this is your keyword here, right? And that's just a little bit of code that you add inside of the ahref tag. So if you go into any one of your particular websites, let me show you something. This site's got no images, so I can't show you, right? But adding alt tags, now most WordPress websites enable you to do this. Let me just go to a different site. I know they've got images on. This is one I'm still working on at the minute. I'm still building it, so I know it's got Now, if we was to go in and have a look at this website, what we're going to find is it's got all of the meta, all of the keywords, all the stuff that it's necessary inside of the images. Because what I've done with this site, this is how important it is. And there's a picture of thingy that's going to pop up here. And this was from a video I was doing recently. So I don't know who they are. Are they boys to men or just one or something? I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I'm going to show you from the key one. So basically, if you look at this, what you can do inside of a WordPress website is you can put your alt text in here. Okay? And as you can see, the alt text, what I've used here is just the random keywords. Locksmith Swanage, drilling out a Euro lock, caption. Yeah, but you move to the next one. Insurance approved night latch, Wessex Insurance, look, right, and the reason I've used these is because these enable me to build up huge amounts of relevance and huge amounts of keyword relevance inside of my pages using images. So I don't know if it's on this page or the other page that we've done it. One sec, it's on another page. Let me just find the keyword. See, I've got one keyword that links out to, and this is the main page I want to rank for. But if you have a look on here, we have, oh, that's internal. That's where we're pulling in external. See, we've got our internal linking structure for the 10 closest locations. In fact, it's probably a few more on this page. But this here is also, there's 150 images there in one banner. Right, so if I go to view page source, and we go down the page and find, here we go. Okay, so what you've just been looking at in that banner is this. Right, and if you look inside of the code, which is something that's not very easy on the eyes, but if you look inside the code, you see my alt text there, locksmith on. See my alt text there, 3-star locks. See my alt text, I can't find it because I'm looking at the alt text here. In fact, you know, it would be better to just do this, wouldn't it? ALT equals think. Okay, so as you can see inside of each of these images, insurance requirements for door locks, door furniture near me, okay, changing your Euro cylinder, insurance requirements for door locks, 5-lever mortise lock. See, I'm going through all these and having a look at them. There's 150 images there in that tiny little banner, which enables me to generate an absolute ton of internal keywords. And it enables me to add a ton of alt text inside of all of my images. Okay, now what that does is helps with your on-page SEO. It really, really does. So what you want to be doing is making sure that you're adding your alt text. And when I shown you that thing before inside the website, it's not difficult at all. You literally go into your media section, and here's all the padlocks. So you go into the media section and you can add this information here. Look, Diamond Standard Locked, Parrot Locksmith. Look, Paul Parrot Locksmith is a local locksmith. I've pulled in the keywords. I know he's a local locksmith. I know I want to outrank him. I know that his keyword gets a lot of search because he's a local locksmith that everybody knows. And he's been here for 20, 30 years. So what do? I incorporate his stuff inside of my page title on this situation, but also they've got the alt tags. And I'll incorporate his stuff throughout a lot of my pages where we can't see it, so that I start to rank for his keyword. Because let's be serious, who else is going to be trying to rank for Paul Parrot Locksmith? Let's say it gets 200 searches a month locally, because they're specifically looking for him. If I can then get somebody to catch their eye by saying, we do a better service, we do a cheaper lock, we guaranteed the cheapest, you get a 5-year guarantee, or whatever other reason on that page. If I'm ranking second, but I say, oh, lock come with a 5-year guarantee, and this guy's not saying anything like that because he's just Paul Parrot Locksmith, who are they going to go for? They're going to click you instead of him. Okay, so what I'm saying is use these inside of your keywords. I'm just trying to see if I've got another one with his details in, which is khaki cutting. But as you can see, we've done it in all of these, and every single one of these images has got its own unique text and unique. There you go, Paul Parrot Locksmith is in the alt text there as well. So what we do is we run it throughout the whole site to make sure that we're getting all of the local keywords, things that people search throughout all of our images. Okay, and this site's not even ranking yet. It's quite a new site. I've not even started working on it properly yet, but using the image alt and image title and everything else, really title text, there you go. Now, title text, people will say doesn't help with ranking, but if I go into my page, in fact, does it work here? Doesn't work on there, so I'll have to go back into the page and show you. What it does, what it enables you to do, is when you wave over an image, it tells them what it is. Okay, it's not going to work on here because of this. But what happens when you put a title in is when you wave over an image, as you can see, I'm using frequently asked questions as well inside the page here. I don't even think I've put any real content on this page. I've used FAQs, got local Dorset locksmiths. But what it enables you to do, when you wave over an image, it will show them what it's about. So it could be man opening a car. So your title is good for when somebody waves over it, it shows up on the image what it actually is. I'm just trying to find one where it's been done now. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because you get the idea. You add your title tags inside the same place as your alt tags. There you go, burglary repairs. See that? Pop up. Wave over there, look, key cutting. That's the title tag. That's what your title tag does. Okay, so what's this one going to say? Emergency lockouts. Okay, so people are using inside of the title tags, and it's exactly the same that I showed you earlier. You don't need, it's just, you just go inside your media library and you just add it all in there. It's super, super simple. WordPress makes this easy for anybody. Okay, and as you'll see, I think are they called One Direction or something? But as you can see, look, Locksmith Dorset, Locksmith Transfer. It was a video I was doing as a demonstration, and we used this image on the video. But as you can see, there's your title tag. There's your title, there's your alt tags. You don't need to know the code. With WordPress, you just add it in there. What sometimes happens is if you add it in after you've added it to the page, it doesn't necessarily always work. It doesn't always take. So what I would recommend doing is removing the image and re-adding it after you've added the information into the image. Image file names. Okay, yes, this is another thing. We tested this on, me and a guy called Paul have got quite a few projects that we work on together, and we've tested this by downloading and uploading the images, making no other changes to specific pages, except everything's identical on the pages, and what we do is we change the file names of the images, and we put keywords inside the file names. Or similar to what you put inside your alt text. So like title tag will be something that goes in there. So guy opening a car in London, guy opening a car in Manchester, and so on and so forth. Image file names do actually make a difference. So name the files to what the actual image is. Don't try and stuff them with keywords, but name the files to what the image actually is. Metadata, right. I've got a video on my channel that goes through this because this is kind of a full thing all by itself. But with images, there is data that's passed to the image via the device it was taken from. So the image photograph. Okay, there's a video that I did recently with you know what, let's just go over to my YouTube channel and show it you. It's probably easiest, isn't it? There's one I did recently which covers all of this for you with a free keyword tool. And this is because my little girl uses my channel. One sec. So if we go into here and we have a look, in fact, if you go into this one here, this Thursday 5 live at 5, you will see that in there we go through the image tool and I show you exactly what the image tool and the image meta tool is. There's a free version which doesn't do the meta, but it does all the other stuff you need. And I'm just trying to see if I did I didn't do a version of that for it. But there is another video on my channel to do with, I can just type in the word image and see what pops up. Image SEO, advanced local backlink building. Okay, so there's some of mine. Can Google now see images and revealed? Rank GMB using local meta. Okay, this is a good one. Mega page, adding SEO to an image. These are good. So I'd watch these. These are full courses on their own. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but the image meta is very important. There's a lot of free tools out there you can get your hands on, and as you can see on that picture there, I'm adding it to a map. Once you get into that with your images, you can make a lot of difference to your rankings with it. So I'm not going to go too deep with that today. Schema. Right, there's a massive misunderstanding in the market with Schema. Okay. Basically, a lot of people think, oh, if you put Schema, it's going to rank your site. Schema doesn't rank your websites. Okay. Schema enables Google to see what your site is about, and then it enables it to, right, let me start at the top, where it makes sense. You should add Schema where it makes sense. Okay. Don't want to be adding Schema nowhere else. Don't try keyword stuff in your Schema. Don't try questions and answers. Schema is a good thing to stuff. Okay, put tons of questions and answers in your Schema, because questions and answers Schema is relevant and you can get all that information straight from Google's page. So questions and answer schemas, absolutely awesome. Get tons of them stuck in there. But realistically, letting Google know who you are and what you do, you don't need to go too far. You just literally state, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is how we do it, this is our pricing, this is the times we're open, this is where we're based. That's it. That's all it needs to know. What this is do not keyword stuff. Okay, I'm already jumping ahead on the presentation. Targeting and ranking for the right keywords. Okay, so what it helps you do is it tells Google this is their target, this is what you should be ranking them for, right? For example, locks, right? If you're putting locks on a page 50 times, you could rank for locks of hair, you could rank for normal locks, and there's probably locks at a canal as well. So there's lots of different types of locks, okay? And Google has to go into your page and figure out exactly what it is you're talking about, okay? And in a lot of occasions, that's very, very difficult, hence why it brought out Schema. What Schema enables you to do is say to Google, don't look at me for hairdressers, don't look at me for canal boats, look at me for locks, okay? Because that's what I'm interested, that is what I'm relevant for. Instantly, the second they see that at the top of your page, they see that before they even get into your content, because your schema sits in your head code. So if you use the right schema on your pages, you will rank faster for the right keywords that you want to be going after. You'll rank where you want to go. So schema's brilliant for SEO. And what we're seeing from doing research is that Schema, more and more pages on the front page of Google are now ranking for Schema than are not. And that goes without saying that Google is going down that route. It's not made any, it's not like everything else where it's tricking people and saying, oh, we might not. It wants Schema and WP Schema plugin. If you don't want to do your own schema and you're not a schema genius, then you can use my plugin. Don't know if it's on this website yet. Schema, there we go. So literally, if I go in and click page and click add new, and then I click and let's say I want to nick some, and I don't know how to add schema to a page. See on the right hand side here, this schema tool is brilliant. You can literally go over there, you can click import. I can type in a schema tool. I've used a site that this doesn't work on because me and Patrick are doing some practices on. Let me go to a different site that's got it on. So if you don't know schema and you don't know code, and a lot of these products make it very, very difficult for you to rank for, okay, we've got it on here, that's cool. So what I can do is go into pages and click add new. And then I can click on the schema builder. In fact, has this one got magic page on it? It has, yeah. Magic page has got it built inside it as well. I'll show you what I mean. So if you don't want to have to learn to write schema, what you've got is here we've got the advanced schema builder. So I can open the advanced schema builder on here, and as you can see, I've got all this information, and all I need to do to bring schema into this thing is click import, go over to a site that's got schema on it. So let's go over to google.co.uk. Let's see if we can scrape Google. Probably can't. It's worth a try. Don't think it's going to let me scrape Google, is it? Let's try. Sorry. maps.google.com. That one's got a lot of schema on it, hasn't it? So what we've created here is the ability for you to import schema from other websites. You can also import the JSON code, and in the actual WP Schema plugin tool, that enables you to pull schema as well via HTML. So what you can do with that is you can go in. I don't want to show you the tools on here too much because I'm trying not to make this about tools, but without this tool, it's kind of very, very difficult. So what you can do with a page is go right click, view page source, select all, copy, and then you can add schema, paste that into the box, and it will automatically add schema to your website for you. I don't really want to go through that tool, to be totally honest, because it's not part of the course. Content writing. Okay, this is one of the best bits ever. Love content writing, love it, love it, love it. Why? Because I'm not very well educated, never finished school, I've got no qualifications to speak of, no school qualifications. I actually became a qualified insurance broker and got like DIPCII or something after my name years later, because I realised you've got to work your ass off to get somewhere. But content writing, I love it because it's simple. Write it for babies. Now, what I'm saying here is, if you're going to write content for babies. And when I say write for babies, your 8-year-old kid should be able to read it without a problem. Okay, short words. We want to fill our content with super short words. The reason we want to fill it with super short words is because people don't want to think when they're reading. They don't want to think when they're looking at stuff. Okay, get to the point. Don't tell somebody about everything to do with something. If the section is about price, tell them the price. If the section is about unlocking a door, tell them about how to unlock a door. If the section is about how to stop a leaky bath, tell them about how to stop a leaky bath. Don't go all around the houses and fill it and fill it and fill it and fill it. As I've shown you earlier with the questions and answers on Google, you've got an unlimited amount of content you can write about. It's super easy to write 1, 2, 3,000 keywords on any subject in the world now that Google gives us the information we need to do it. Use that questions and answers section and you can write content for absolutely everything. And not only are you writing content for anything, you're writing content that people are searching for, which is going to do what? It's going to generate more traffic. Yeah, because people are searching for it already. When you start to rank, it's going to generate traffic. Short sentences. Right, we've all been to... So let me close this because for some reason my computer's going absolutely nuts. We've all been to a website where they have big, long, boring paragraphs that you just don't want to read. See, even this one's got quite short sentences. See, it's short, it's not too long, not too long, not too long. When you go to a site, especially if you want somebody to read your content, and that there, and that there, and that there, and that there are all stuck together, nobody's ever going to read it. Have you ever seen, in fact, a perfect example is Facebook. Like, somebody sends me a message on Facebook. I don't check Facebook that much anymore, but when somebody sends me a message on Facebook, if the message they send me on Facebook is like this, or this and this stuck together, all in one big batch of content, I don't read it. I can't do it. My head gets all mashed up with it. It drives me insane. Whereas if they've given me 3 or 4 short little sentences like this one, like this here, and then this here, and then this here, and it's structured and it's put into short sentences, I'll read the top one, okay, and take that in. Read the next one, okay, take that in. Read the next one, take it in. Read the next one, take it in. But you start sending me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 line long, all stuck together, I just don't read it. And people are all the same. People don't want to read big, long crap that's just right. Say it, then write it. Now, the reason I say this is if you say it out loud and it sounds okay, then it reads okay. Okay? Say it, then write it. So if you're going to be writing to somebody, like I was doing earlier when we were going through the questions, how much is a plumber? And then we look into here and we click this to make it bigger. So how much is a plumber? How much is it for a plumber to come out? Okay? If you're going to write it, say it first. Brian asked, how much is it for a plumber to come out? We told him that it is only this much per hour, and normally the job is done within 60 to 80 minutes or 60 to 90 minutes, meaning you're never going to pay more than this amount unless for some reason you need a XYZ. Say it, write it. If it makes sense when you're saying it, read it out loud. Once you've written it down, read it out loud. Make sure it makes sense. If it makes sense to you when you're reading it out loud, it makes sense to people when they're reading it in their head. And it just stops people bouncing off your websites. Content is one of the most important things, and writing stuff that doesn't make any sense, or writing things that people are not able to read because they don't understand the words on the page because you're trying to act clever, doesn't help you in any way, shape or form. Nobody cares how clever you are. They just want what they want. They want the problem solving. And if you can solve the problem without them having to think too much, then you're going to make more money. And I think that's the end of today's videos, guys. We're going to go through some off-page SEO. If you need any of these sections elaborating on, let me know, and I will elaborate on any sections that are needed. But that's the end of today's video. That is the fundamentals of on-page SEO. I've not gone into any of the little intricate details and stuff like that. I've given you the fundamentals, I've given you the sections that are needed, the essentials. There's all this keyword density and all the other crazy stuff. Don't worry about it when you're first building your site. You can think about that later on. One of the things I've always found with building websites, okay, is I build a site structure, I build a framework, I build out a website before I ever start worrying about all the other big bits, right? Because what you'll find is, you build a site with no content at all and put it up, it will rank. It will rank a little bit at the beginning, It might drop if you never do anything else on it. Then when you start adding stuff to it and it gets indexed again, right, it gives it a boost. Then when you start adding stuff to it and it gets indexed again, it gives it a boost. So a lot of these people who build an absolute perfect website from the beginning, right, build an absolutely amazing website, stick it all up, everything's covered, all the bells and whistles, then they send it live, they never rank. Okay, they never rank. They just struggle like hell because you started, okay, Google's first time it sees it, like bam, right, there's a site for this industry, puts it over there. Never sees any changes, never sees any updates, never sees any of this other crazy stuff. And you have to then start working at the off-page SEO side of things to rank the website because you've never made it public to Google and it's never seen it getting worked on. It doesn't understand. Google likes to see you building, look at a website like you're building a house. You build the foundations first of all. Everybody can see the foundations. It looks crap. It's never going to thing you. Then they start to see the walls going up and it's like, wow, it's starting to look okay now. Actually, it's going to be pretty nice. And then they start seeing a big, massive glass conservatory things that you're putting on the back. Then you start putting this fancy roof on and you start putting glass roof windows and stuff and everything else. And it's like, oh my God, that's amazing. Okay. Now, if you'd have just driven past it and seen it, then all you see is what's from the outside. You just see, oh, wow, that's a nice house. But you don't give it much more of a thought. You see it being built in stages, and after seeing, wow, look, they're making a right mess of that estate over there. Okay, the walls look pretty good, and you can see they're making quite thick walls, and they're putting big things in the middle to insulate it and stuff like that. It's the exact same with Google. I've found this over years and years of building and ranking websites, that if you're going to build and rank websites, don't worry about getting the first draft being perfect. Put it up, let it get indexed. Add some more stuff to it, let it get indexed. Add some more stuff to it, let it get indexed. Google likes to see you putting in the work, and Google can't see you putting in the work if the second you send it live, everything's already done. Doesn't know where it's come from, how it's been done. It loves to see people working. It likes change. And if every time it sees a change on your website, the change is positive, then it's going to help your ranking going forward. Probably waffling a bit now, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers very much. Thanks. Bye-bye.